It says we're live, so that means we are. Hello, everyone. We are the goddesses of writing, the
Hello.
G.O.W. We're here to get some work done or something like that. We're going to be writing some stuff.
Some of us will be.
Something.
We're
We're
gonna be
writing
doing something.
something. We'll be doing something somewhat productive. I don't know. But before we do all that, let's do our little clip and play some music.
Love that.
I always like that. I think it's fun. All right. So, what is everyone going to be working on? I know RC got here early. Hey, RC. Thanks for the hearts. I'll take them. I will take them. Oh, look. I'm waiting for StreamYard to catch up to. There we go. Hello, Dream Truth Author. I appreciate you always showing up. How you doing? Oh, my goodness.
Hi, Felicia.
Uh, RC. Oh, you said you're on the subway home? Cool. Nice. I haven't been on the subway in since I was a little girl, dude. It's been a minute.
I don't remember
Yeah.
last time I was on Subway either. Now I think about it.
I was a little girl, and I was on there with my moms. I don't do public transportation.
Our Subway is really nice, though. I
No,
will
hate
admit,
transportation.
Yeah,
because I went to the Subway in another city. I won't say out loud, but I'm proud of our Subway.
I was on
Man,
we don't
ours.
have much. We don't have much to brag about, but our Subway is nice.
Yeah, I was laughing. This person, I was on some post or something, and I commented, "Oh, it was some celebrity. I don't know who he is, but his wife and his daughter moved from Florida to California. He said it was the best thing for their family because his daughter is trans, and obviously Florida, as you know.
Oh
Um,
Lord.
yeah, and people were like, well, I was like, and I just put in the comments, I was like, moving out of Florida is good, period, for any reason.
No
Right?
matter
That's all
what.
I had to say. You know what I'm saying? And then
Anyway,
for any reason, and then some dude in the comments is like a lot of people, and I was just scrolling some of, and one guy was like, "Florida is an armpit."
damn.
So I was like, "Wow!" So I was like, "This one's facts," and was laughing, right? And then for some, I already know the real reason. 'Cause a lot of people in the comments was, trying to throw the racism, So of
Oh,
course,
okay.
me commenting on a guy who was white comment about Florida, instead of coming at him, they can't try to come for me because I'm the brown girl commenting to someone else, not to them. And they were mad because I agreed with the guy who said it, so they weren't commenting to the dude
Oh
who
my
said it was an armpit, but to
God.
me, who was just like, "Oh, it's facts." And then they talk, then they stalkers, so they try to go on my Facebook and was like, "Oh, you live in Maryland." And it was like, "Well, one guy, and listen, I'm not the one, okay?
Oh, whoa. They have so little to do.
They don't have anything to
Is
do.
it
You
really
know what I'm
lack of stuff
saying?
to do today?
Really, you
I mean,
listen.
come
They
on
must not
now.
because they go on my Facebook wall to find out where I live at. Like, oh, she live in Maryland, so I'm gonna try to come from Baltimore. Like I care,
Oh,
like I care. So he was like, "Well, Baltimore is in Maryland," and I was like, "What?" I didn't know Baltimore was in Maryland. Oh no! What am I
There are
going
more.
to do? Like,
There's plenty of cities called Baltimore in the United
dude,
States.
like also, why do I care? Like, I don't though. Like, so I was like, I'm glad that you thought about me so much and so long that you felt the need to go on my Facebook to see where my
that's
state was so you
crazy.
could try to insult me, but that's not possible because I don't care. Like, so like you took all that time to do that for nothing. What's that got to do with the thing about Florida? Are you trying to spoof up Florida by trying to mention Baltimore? The problems with Florida are way more deeper than it said. Oh, Baltimore has crime. I'm like, most cities do. So I don't know what you're
Okay.
getting at.
Yes,
Like,
they do.
relax, buddy. Florida got some serious issues. Let's not even go into those. Okay? So,
Mm-hmm.
like, my boy, like, no.
Sinkholes and
Anyway,
alligators.
but I was laughing. I thought it was funny
Right,
because
the alligators. Everybody make light of that, but that shit
they
is
were like, "Oh,
true.
well, how is California better than Florida?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't live there, so okay." And then he was like, "Well,
Oh,
so many people are moving to Florida. I said, usually, I'm sorry to let you in on this, but most of the time, people that move to Florida are older people who want to retire because they heard it was a good place to retire. And also, I mean, people that look like me, maybe not want to be going up in Florida. It don't sound like it's a good idea. So I was like, yeah, I'll stay my butt in Maryland, where I know there's like not like a bajillion places where if I roll up in the area, I might not make it out. Like I'm good with Maryland. Like you put down whatever you want, my boy.
Oh my God. No, we're gonna go back to the alligators. So I'm in Florida.
And you be at a bar and an alligator come out, ate a person.
I thought it was a joke. I'm not kidding. I thought it was a joke when people would talk about like you have to worry about gators. So we are in my friend Nisi, and my friend Yvette. We are in a van, like touring around, just looking around because we had time to kill before we got on the ship because we went to Florida early, stayed at a hotel. We got bumped up to some special room because our room wasn't ready, which was great.
That is always good.
But then we had a whole day we had to do. So let's, explore Florida because it's supposed to be this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
We are in the damn van. And then we were on like the road and there were signs that said, like, you had to be careful where you stopped your car because of gators. I'm like, are these joke signs?
No, they're serious.
And the dude, so we were sitting and then like, he said, oh no, don't open the door. I was like, what?
Wait, what?
I said, this what we gonna do right now. We're gonna go back to Cape Canaveral and I'm gonna go in my hotel room.
Yeah, because I'm not doing this.
What the this is I couldn't believe it. I'm like,
girl,
no, I'm good.
You heard the story with a dude who was like, there's a pond or some kind of something out there behind this bar, and dude came out there drunk and gators got him. That's it for him.
Jumped in. Yep, I heard that.
All she wrote. Like, no. If you gonna come out the bar, be drunk.
There was a jogger chick who got snatched while she was jogging, and a gator got her.
No,
I don't even like to say that gator got her, but I'm like, no.
That's not any place I want to live. No, I'm gonna stay in Maryland. Oh no.
You guys all know Cam Wolf, my boy Cam Wolf. Who I love. We were talking. This was like 2 years ago, and people were like, "How can you live in Australia with those damn spiders? Like, y'all got spiders big as dogs."
Yeah, those big.
He was like, "Y'all should be more afraid of y'all spiders because those little tiny things can crawl in your ears." He said, "At least we can see ours, and they
can't see them coming,
and they're safe."
Brown recluses. And
I was like, "Bruh, first of all, thanks for putting that in my thoughts because I never thought about that." And then two, he said, "Yeah, but you guys, y'all also have bears," and I just died laughing.
Whoa,
like, we don't have bears. Wait a minute, wait. We ain't got bears walking the street.
Yeah, I know, not like that.
Not like that.
Like that's right. You guys don't have bears, and we don't have huntsman spiders. Those big
I shouldn't be like, I'm not living any place where it's like, well, this bug or this spider could show up anytime and murder you. Like, I'm no.
But I never thought about the whole spider. He's like, yeah, first of all, those spiders are like the giant huntsman ones that are the size of a quarter of a door.
No,
they're not dangerous.
I don't care.
But
that's me. I don't care.
But they look like, one of Satan's favorite pets.
Yeah. See, when people say that, they be like, no. No, my mom, her and bugs is ridiculous because if a gnat get in her bedroom, she killing them before she go to sleep. Okay? Listen, I'm not joking. She was driving when we lived at our old house, and it had a pretty deep neighborhood. Like, you'd have to like go a little bit before you got out of the neighborhood. It was like we didn't see our neighbors ever because it was that spread out. But like she was driving, and before she got out of the neighborhood, when you come out of the neighborhood to the main road, there's like a farmland after that, so it would like a bit of you could go over, and then down into the farmland.
Mm-hmm.
So right before she got to the exit of the neighborhood, she noticed there's some kind of bug on the floor where she's driving. She jumps out of the moving vehicle.
Oh God.
She was like, I don't know what it is. She jumps out of the moving vehicle and then has to run to catch. She runs to catch the vehicle before it gets to the cliff little area. I'm like, and then she destroys the bug. And I'm like, when she told me this, I wasn't with her because he could hear her go in the neighborhood because all the neighbors come out like, what's going on? Who's screaming? And then like she runs, it looks goofy. I'm sure running after the vehicle to catch it with the door open. Like, so if my mom sees a bug, it's over.
Filming the TikTok.
Right. That was a perfect time. That would have got a lot of clicks. Like, I really can't.
You know what though? Like all of my children, like I don't have no fear of spiders. Like I don't want nothing to touch me. Don't get me wrong, but I don't
have a fear of spiders. But I don't want them on me. I'm good.
Every child I have is terrified of spiders.
No, not scared of
like
them.
Terrified.
However, fear has nothing to do when something can still you up. Like you're like, oh, I'm not afraid of this thing. It's fine. You don't need to be. Whatever it means it can you up. Because seriously, there are spiders that could bite you and you'll be real sick. Or I mean, I got bit by a caterpillar one time and was ill. Like a caterpillar.
What
like
did you do to that caterpillar to make
nothing.
It bite you?
That little punk decided he was going to roll up on me and bit me. I'm like, and then I was sick. And then I was sick. I
gotta put a caterpillar bite in something now.
Girl, I was like
only 3 people in the history of humanity got
even
bit by
pretty ones that turn into damn butterflies. Like, nah, man, no. So no. See, people be like, I take the bug and I put it outside. I'm like, that's nice that there are humans like you that exist, but that won't be me. You break into my house, then you're dying.
I tell people all the time, it's 8 billion of them. They will not miss Charlie. Charlie should not have came up in my house.
You not paying rent here, so why you in my house? So you got to go. Like, I mean, if Jeff the spider,
he had a death wish. Charlie was trying to commit suicide. That's why he came in here. Y'all wrong now.
Did y'all ever see that? I used to watch cartoons
the other day.
What? You said the cricket?
Oh no!
And my youngest son said, "I'm gonna find him and send his ass back to Times Square."
I saw that on your Facebook and I was dying.
I like him.
I was dying. I was like, I was feeling him though.
It was just so funny because like, wow, this is an actual literary reference, you know. It's like, oh my god, you remember that?
You were kind of proud at the same time though. You was like, yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, that's my child. You got. There we go.
That was pretty funny. I like that. Right? What? I'm serious. If a bug come to my house, not paying rent, I don't know his name or nothing. He just breaking in places, trying to make a home, like building a home in my home. Like I told you to build your house. Like, I'm just gonna build this house over here. Like, no, you not.
No, sir. I'm mad about the caterpillar biting you right now. I'm still over there.
Yeah, well, I don't listen. I know you laugh, girl. I'm serious. You come in my house, you go out in a body bag. See, they too little to get body bag, but I don't care what it is. Those people be like, oh well, I'll put it outside. A field mouse break up in my house. He apparently no longer wished to live. Like, no, we not being friends. He ain't getting a little cage or nothing. None of that. He don't even have the courtesy of me removing him. No, he can get a hat at his funeral. That'd be his clothes. You know how to get a suit for you? No, he can get a top hat for his funeral. And his casket is my trash can. I'm just saying, I'm not spending money.
Archimedes, she coming for you.
Listen, I'm sorry, but people can feel how they want. Yo, I don't go after nothing that's outside, living its life. Mind its business. I'm minding mine. You break in my house. That's it for you. You know I still lying, sir.
I'm just saying, you came in here. I didn't come up there. I ain't gonna ever get killed by no shark unless I'm kidnapped and thrown into the water.
If he get me, guess what? That's my fault.
If a shark comes to my house, that's different. You come to my house, I ain't mad. Like, you expect me to kill you.
See, now the sharks to get revenge just come rolling up in your house in your tub. You came in your house,
right?
And the shark was in your tub. I think you would be upset. I'm just saying.
No. What I'm saying is, if he came to my house, he should expect the same treatment that I would get if I went to his.
That's facts.
So I don't go to his.
I'm sorry, but people do that thing where like they went in the water and then the shark killed somebody, and they're like, we're going to go murder the shark and find him, and
that's what they do.
And they do that. I'm like,
they do it. I think that's
whose fault was it? I mean, I'm sorry, but you did get in the water. It's terrible that you died, but it's terrible that you were eaten. But the fact that you went to hunt the shark and you will tell me that's the same shark because, okay, all right, whatever you say. I know it's not his cousin. You don't know. You just always look like him. Like,
okay. They all look alike syndrome.
This is actually a thing. It's the same type of shark. How you know that's him? You know. But we got the shark. We killed him. I'm like, but what he do wrong though? You were wrong for going in his house. I'm just saying, all that pee up in there. You just living in his shark. That's it. He's gonna shark.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. You hit the nail on the head.
Shark. You into the home. He's an intruder and needs to get out. Thank you. That's right. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying.
That's why I don't go to their house. They can't come to mine.
That's right. That's right. You stop worrying about sharks. Don't be like walking up in the house.
Oh my God. Candy Graham. You remember that Saturday Night Live bit?
Yeah.
Has anyone ever used the mice?
Did they knock on the door?
Method for plotting?
I've used every method, I do believe. But the truth of the matter is, the easiest thing for me to do is literally just create characters and then give them one problem and watch them try to work their way the hell out.
I mean,
I'm not even kidding. Like, give them all whatever. I can make up a story based on literally on two people if I flesh them out. That's like if I put Dahlia and Danny in a room together, and then I threw in, sexy hot boy. I can make up a whole bunch of shit. I can just go to town with that.
Hot boy, she says.
Sexy hot boy who's like, I can't choose. I can go forever. Because I'd have made
sexy hot boy.
Huh? Oh, see, I was just saying.
I already told Danny it's on tonight, so whatever's
my point. I know how each of them would act. So I already know they're fleshed out. I know what they would do. So I just give them a situation and then let them do it. I mean, I just recently. Were we supposed to talk about what we're doing tonight?
Yes, we can now.
Yes.
I'm all for that.
I'm working on a series. I have all the outlines done for the series. Okay. Every last one of these books are standalone. What makes them a series that connects them is just the theme, basically. And I don't want to give too much of it away because it is what it is. But I've been writing them, and now I'm going to go stop myself because I got like the first act of one of them done. I'm going to stop and do character bios tonight because now that's something I never do. I usually, like I said, flesh out all my characters. Well, I have them fleshed out in my mind, but I have not written them down. And shut up. And so I'm going to write them all down tonight. So I have that as part of my, I was going to say my glossary, as part of my encyclopedia for the series. So that's what I'm doing tonight.
Bible. Your series Bible.
I stopped saying Bible because people were like being real weird religious wise. But yes, that's what I'm doing.
Oh my God.
I know.
It's a Bible.
I can't stand people. I really can't.
They don't know the definitions of words. That's fine.
They don't know the definition of Bible because they think Bible means the part that means religion, not the holy part.
Like, hello, it's called the Holy Bible. It's not like Bible is what the thing is. Okay.
It is what it. Thank you, but I have been snarky in the past when people will say, "Did you read the Bible?" And I go, "Which one?" Because there's lots and lots and lots and lots of Bibles.
Literally.
And then they get all offended because then instantly go to, well, not the satanic one. I'm like, well, which one? You still have
Oh,
I mean, that still doesn't cover many. I'm just
there are so many Bibles out there. So I said, you know what? I am going to use encyclopedia because I don't feel like having conversations with people.
Whatever. I'm sorry.
And I like encyclopedia because I know mine is more written out, more like an encyclopedia. So
I really care.
We'll live with that.
Yeah, I have encyclopedia for Caliostro, but yeah, people. Well,
but it's easy, you know, if you do it that way. You also can get, if you have a glossary that needs to go in your book, it's easier to pull when you have it that way.
That's true. I agree. So, what are you gonna be doing, Daildah? Cleaning the computer.
What am I doing? I'm cleaning out my inbox, but I'm also going to go into Notion and do some character building because I finished my witch story, but then I was reading through it and I was just like, oh, because it's the first book in the series. So I started throwing names out, side characters. I'm like, well, I guess I need to write this down before I get it published in the box set, because then I'll be stuck out. Especially with these names, you know, I'll be stuck with that particular name. Exactly. So that's what I'll be doing. Because I tried to write their reunion kiss, and I was like, I can't be bothered with this right now. They were getting on my nerves. They're like, yeah. Like, maybe y'all shut up.
Y'all get on my nerves.
Maybe I'll write it tomorrow. Because you're just not in the mood. I'm like, why don't you get out and murder somebody? Make yourself interesting.
I love it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I probably, because I had started.
But that's that's all I'm gonna be doing.
I gotta look and see what the fuck I'm doing. I think I'm gonna probably go back into finish writing.
This is gonna be a real lazy stream.
Some romance. One of my romances. I did outline 12 romance books. So I started the first one in the 3-part series. Some of them was like 3 parts. Some of them are duologies. Most of them are trilogies, but this first one's a trilogy. But it's a contemporary. Which what? Did you write a contemporary romance? No supernatural.
Do I know you?
No, you do not know me. No, you don't. Secrets are out. So yeah, I think I'll work on that. I think what's the name of that one? Aphrodite knows about this series. I told her about. The Confession series. That's I think I was writing Spice. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'll work on. Spice tonight. My CEO man. Let's see. Outline. Pull the outline up.
Oh, I gotta send Dahlia. Don't let me forget to send you my outline.
Yep.
Because I didn't forget, but I had to rearrange it because once I finished the first act, which I always try to tell people stop freaking out about outlines because they change too. But I had to rearrange it so that it matched with my story, because it wasn't like I had to move some lines and stuff like that. So I'll make sure I send it.
Felicia said, we're working on my Hunter in the Woods thriller. Ooh, like it. Yeah, thrillers. That's tough. All right. If anyone else is working on anything, let us know in the comments. We're going to start the first sprint in 5 minutes. I feel. Open up with 30 minutes talking. I'm going to do 25 minutes sprint tonight, so 20. And I do have some questions, actually. So fun times. Let's see what. Where's my questions? So we can answer this one while we on that. What is your favorite type of romance to read?
To read?
Mm-hmm.
Type of romance. Mm-hmm. I have to think about that.
Jennifer said, working on my Surviving the Broken Glass thriller. Oh, look at these thriller writers, y'all. Thrillers writing. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Jennifer said that? Jennifer, you're writing a thriller?
Yeah.
You go, girl.
Yeah, writing a thriller. Go ahead.
I just put a link in for anybody that was interested in the MICE, because I am telling you, like when I watch Brandon Sanderson, he can't write shorts. He don't have to. Me and him, we cousins. He can't write shorts. But so when he was doing his lecture series, he brought in somebody to show you, like to give you a good play-by-play on how to really pull one off, and she used mice. And the creator of mice, we won't get into him because he just doesn't deserve credit. but it is a good formula, especially the way she breaks it down. So anybody y'all want to check that out, do yourself a favor, check that out.
Yeah, I know about mice.
It's just so good. Like every once in a while I go back to it when I got to do some shorts writing, because I know me, if I stay on track with this, then I can pull it off. It's the only time I used it though. Use that method.
I don't think I've ever used a method before. I know of them, but I don't think I've ever used them. Like any method, I was just like, "Oh, this is happening." I have a formula of how I do my outlines, I planner and stuff. I don't do methods really, because each story is just like too much, whatever it is. But my writing style is probably that's my method. There you go.
Yeah, and generally all of us, every writer on the planet, no matter what they do, fall into. Might as well say we're all hybrids. We fall into more than one category. Like I will do a beat sheet on the journey, the hero's journey, but it's still not 100% the hero's journey.
True that.
You know what I'm saying? So we all at the end of the day, we can all write, this is the Daildah way.
That's right.
And this is and it will be 100% true.
This is fact. Yep.
You know what? I'm with Felicia on that.
Yeah, I really don't like straight romance. If there is a love interest in a different genre, then I'll tolerate that. Funny.
I like romance as a sub story. Mm-hmm. I like a lot of other stuff to be going on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how you like. I don't know how you mean like just romance, because like I don't know. I'm thinking maybe my brain is too much stuff going on or something, because they doing other stuff. It's not like even if you got romance going on, you're doing other stuff. There's no like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's like you got a job or a career or like life, like family shit might get in the way. Like somebody might get hit by a truck coon,
Like I like Shattered, for instance. Shattered is not a romance.
Right.
But it does have some romance stuff in it. Right. That's how I like my romance.
Yeah, I mean, even though I'm writing a contemporary, which usually I write fantasy romance and I write paranormal romance, but this is for contemporary, and it's contemporary because it's modern day, and there's no supernatural and there's none of that for this specific series. So, but it's like stuff going on between the male lead and the female lead. So they got like trials and tribulations and things that happen, but that's the only one. It's my first time doing that, but it's probably because I watch a lot of like dramas now, so there'll be some shit going on. Some shit going on. Jennifer said I like straight romance.
They have the romance, but I think that they got the interactions with the family, then the friend who comes back, and then she's at her job dropping coffee on the boss, and the boss has a crush on her. That's what I always think, that people talk about straight romance. I've read romances that are just like, some random B story, but it's all about the hero and the heroine, and they're usually pretty damn boring.
Yeah, if that's like that, that's what they mean by that. That's what I mean. I don't really know. I watch more like drama romance.
Family stuff coming. Yeah,
exactly. I like the drama.
I like paranormal.
And paranormal's my favorite.
Romance.
But I do watch a lot of non-paranormal. I prefer a paranormal and fantasy one, but that's not always easy to get in a show setting. But they do give you layers. Like there's a lot of trouble going on. Sometimes you get on your motherfucking nerves. You want to punch them up. But it's that's the reason why people watch it too, though. Jennifer said I like straight romance when I was younger, like in my teens and early 20s, and I discovered Patricia Cornwell and James Patterson, and now I only like romantic subplots. Yeah, because a lot of people prefer romantic subplots. Even my dark fantasy has a romance subplot, though some people are going to think it's a little heavy. Probably because there's kissing, but I'm just so we're clear. Kissing does not mean romance. So we're clear.
No.
People get confused about that. They don't know. But I like romance, but
no, I like straight up. So if I have my paranormal fantasy and my paranormal fantasy romances and paranormal in general, I love that. And then straight up smut, which isn't necessarily romantic. It can be.
Right.
So that's what I like. Like straight up, like, oh my God, did he just walk in here and take off all his clothes? Who he think I oh, he knew who I was. Okay, let's do
That's
like
funny.
I like that's what I like. Like,
That
okay.
reminded me of shows watching. Oh, they call King of the Land, and him and his girlfriend. She was like, he was came over her house because they got caught in rain or something, and he heard her scream in the living room. He came running out the room, but he hadn't changed all the way, so he had his shirt unbuttoned. I'm not sure he does have a nice body. But she was like looking at him. He's like, "What's wrong? What's happening?" She was like, "Oh, she's screaming at the show. Something happened on the show she was watching." And she was like, "Could you button that up? Are you gonna button that up?" I was like, "Bitch, why you told him to button that up?" I'm confused. She was like shy or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, it was bothering you. Already done seen everything." She's like, "I haven't seen anything. I don't know what you're talking about." He's like, "Well, now I'm not gonna be able to leave you alone because you're acting like that." I'm like, "Yeah, don't leave me alone." Like,
No, it's always the wrong girl. See, these boys be talking shit because
don't leave me alone.
Come out in my living room with your shirt unbuttoned.
About,
See how they're
leave you alone. Not gonna leave me alone. Oh, you don't plan on leaving. Period. Don't be talking. Don't play with me. Like what? Jennifer laughing at you like I read your smut. I don't think it's all that romance.
Exact. See, case in point.
See, you got her point across. All right, so we're gonna do the first sprint. We're gonna do 25 minutes, so you'll know when time is up because the timer will tell you, and you can answer the question when we come back. What is your favorite type of romance to read? So I'll leave that ticker up while I add the timer to the stream. Give me a second here. I'm gonna share screen. And is it what? All right. And I'll make it full screen.
Shit.
Everyone.
Sorry about my cussing. I keep messing up.
Nobody care. Curse all you want. All right, so we will see you and when that timer ends.
Okay.
We're back. Doo-doo-doo. How did everyone do with what they're working on?
Nothing.
All of the nothing.
No.
Nothing.
I got one character done, so that's
Coco.
Oh, one character done. Cool. Nice.
I made Coco.
Hey, that's something. You made some cocoa. Cocoa's good.
that's
Good
progress.
times. That is progress.
Mm.
That's facts. I wrote about 278 words, so there you go. It's something.
On what? What on a story or something else?
No, on story. Spice. First one in the confession series.
I'm so mad.
What you mad? Your bird's like, I'm mad. Who mad? What?
Oh, they just want me to feed them.
They said, give us food. They don't be sitting there looking at us. My mom's funny. She laughing at us. My mom's like, y'all funny as hell. Yeah, I know. We don't try.
We can't help ourselves.
We can't. Mm-mm.
No, why?
We gave up trying for Lent.
I see both of you were saying that you say Aphrodite said opposites attract and forced proximity. Romance is the most is your favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'll read anything.
Kurt.
I don't mind reading stuff. I just don't write a lot of romance.
I do like love at first sight. Those I like those. That's fun. Usually it's one-sided love at first sight, which can be quite realistic for some people. So some people you get one side be like love at first sight, other side be like it took me a minute, you know. So that's always fun to watch. One of the dramas that I watched, the female lead was like seemed more like love at first sight, but it was because she had she remembered her past lives, so she came like right back. Before the male lead was like she was reborn again while he was like a teenager, so she was like 7. My girl was like 10 or something like that when she saw him again, but she remembered her past life, but she remembers all her past lives except for like the first one, which is the most important one actually, is why she be reborn all the time. And I'm remembering because the thing is that she keeps remembering them. She shouldn't. So she becomes an adult. He's older than her by a good amount at this point. They were the same age, around the same age. So actually, when she passed away in that life right before this one, she was like a couple years older than him. And now she's like, I don't know, probably like 8 years younger than him or something like that. So like she's working as an engineer or something with a sub company near to his, and then he runs a hotel. So she ended up getting a job there because she knows he works there. It's not like he's going to know who she is because duh. So when she has an interview with him, he's like, well, why do you want to work here? Like, this is weird. And he lost his hearing when they got into an accident when she passed away in her past life. And so he lost his hearing, so he has to wear a hearing aid to hear. And he has hearing aid in. He's sitting there, great, drink some coffee when he asked her, you know, why you work here and everything. And she's saying why. And he's like, oh, I really don't see this working out because, like, I don't understand. Like, you're quite experienced, but not in this field. So it's a little weird or whatever. And then, so while he goes to take a drink, she said, well, why don't you try me out? Like, why don't we go out on some dates or something? He's like, spits his coffee a little bit back in his cup, like, I must have heard you wrong. And she was like, no, you didn't. And he's like, excuse me? Like, is you crazy? Like, you do know you're here for an interview. Like, what are you talking about? She's very overly straightforward. It's so funny. So, like, when that type of stuff happens, it's hilarious. So, she was quite interested in him already, but he was like very much in love with the other her in the past life, even though they were young children. That's how I remembered, and he felt guilty too that she died. And he figured it was his fault. So he wasn't trying to even show any interest in any female. Rather, he was an adult now at this point, not. So she kind of was like fighting against herself at this point. So, but it's a really good one actually. But I really like it. This is See You in My 19th Life.
Oh, damn. Yeah. I like that title.
Yeah, because it's her 19th life that's the predominant in the story.
I do not know, and I was really young. I do not know where I saw this. I don't know what movie it was in. I have no references, no actors, nothing. But I remember this scene vividly in a movie I was watching where the spirits before you are born, like your soul was still like in heaven or wherever it was. Let's just say heaven. Your soul's in heaven, and then the spirit goes down to the baby that just got conceived, who's gonna be born like in 9 months. And so there was these two kids that, because the spirits are young, and there were these two kids, and they were in love, and it was just so cute because they would sit there the whole time. They'd be hugging, and God or the angel or somebody came up and told one of them, let's just say a little boy, you're going to be born soon. And he was excited because then they get to really have real love, And then so the little girl's like, oh my God, we're going to be born. And then the angel's like, you're not going to be born yet. You're not going to be born for another 200 years or something like that.
No,
something like ultra dramatic where these two are never going to meet up. So they're like, well, wait a minute. Like, but we love each other. And they're like, I'm sorry. Like, you two are never.
Not how this works.
Never going to meet until the end days. Your spirits will always look for each other, unfortunately, but you will never find each other because of how long they will be apart from when they will actually meet. Girl, I was watching it. I just started crying. I don't know what it was from.
You're like, no, yeah.
These little kids holding on to each other now. Neither one of them wanting to be born because they were going to be separated. And it's like these two were never going to find their soulmates because their soulmates were going to be born in two drastically different eras.
Yeah. I've seen shows that done that, drama that done that, and I've seen
it was so cute, but it was so heartbreaking at the same time.
Yeah, like no, I hate when they do that. It's like, like no, why did you do that?
I always wanted to rewrite that though, and I'll let them chase each other throughout history, but at some point in time they're gonna be born at the same time again.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, it was like it was reincarnation too, because it wasn't like they weren't gonna be reborn again. Like they were gonna live whatever life they were born into, and then they come back to that place. But unfortunately, they were not gonna see each other again because while somebody's living a life, this one is doing something else, and it was so sad.
Yeah, it's always sad when that was like, no, why are you doing this to the characters? I have a second question. Let me pull that one up. It's all romance based. What type of couple is your fave to read about? So you have to think about that for a minute.
What type of couple?
Think about lines of couples that are, I don't know, friends to enemies to friends, or best friends to lovers, or
Boston and
I don't know. Yeah. That's always fun to see you.
I do, like, believe it or not, I'm just learning this about myself because of a certain book I'm reading now. I do like friends to lovers. I never thought about that. Like, I'm always thinking about enemies to lover.
Yeah.
But I'm liking this friends to lover. Girl, I got a friends to lovers watch you, girl.
Yeah, the friends to lovers.
She got 3 friends.
Oh.
Let's see. I'm waiting for this freaking string out because Felicia said something. She said, married to friends. I don't know if I read that.
Married to friends.
And 2 lovers.
Wait a minute. Okay.
I've seen that, actually. Now I think about drama.
I hate you.
They were married, and then they went to friends.
Like, they had to be forced married. Like, they was betrothed and shit. They didn't even know each other till the wedding day.
Yeah, I like those too. Like, I guess that'd be my forced proximity. So.
Oh my goodness, I'm down with that. I gotta try that, Felicia. I gotta try that one.
Yeah. See what did Jennifer say up here. I'm watching the video on my method and actually retain information and understand it. Thank you.
Oh, she ain't no joke. That is the best. When I say it was the best thing I came across, that was the best thing I came across on that method. She breaks it down. And again, if you want to write something short, watch that video.
I think couple wise, I do like enemies to lovers somewhat. Not like this my favorite per se though, but I've seen a lot of they're funny a lot of times, at least when they done in dramas because it'll be like after each other or like not getting along at all, and then it takes the turn of that, and it's usually quite good once it takes the turn. So I probably liked those quite a bit. They're usually done quite well, especially when it's a CEO setting. That's even funnier.
I do like I like this. If as far as romance goes, I love it when the two always knew each other, whether they're friends or not. Friends,
Oh, no.
enemies.
Listen, if it's a K drama, they always knew each other in some way when they were younger. I mean, when
Yeah,
they don't do it, I'm shocked.
I like it when they've always known the other one, like kindergarten, and they could be best friends in kindergarten. They could have hated each other in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, I love it when they do know each other because it's almost like we can skip a whole bunch of other stuff because I already know your favorite color is red and you can't stand pizza.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always a good one. So let us know in the chat what your favorite, if you even like romance. I mean, if you don't, then that's fine too. Not everybody does. So let's see.
I like reading it. I don't like writing it.
You funny. Well, I'm taking a jump into romance. I mean, I've always liked romance, so I think I can write it. It's fine. I've watched enough. I can write it. So
I don't know. It's something twisted and wrong in me because I just like fucking with people when I write.
I mean, when you write romance, you can still with the characters. I mean, technically, I don't know what people mean by when they say straight romance. I'm like, what you mean? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I've never read anything like that. I don't know. I guess like I know it's supposed to be. Oh, it's
if
about
you
these
read
characters.
the Harlequins are straight romance.
I mean, I've read them. Is that what that's supposed to mean? Because I mean, I don't know. Other stuff goes on. I don't know.
No, other stuff goes on, but it just means that the main plot is the romance.
I mean, it does a romance.
Most people have romance as subplots in their stories, but
or subgenres. You may have to be a subgenre.
Like if you ever watch a romantic comedy, those are romance. And stuff goes on.
Right.
Stuff is still going on, but the point of it is the romance. I guess that's the best way to do it. The point is the romance.
Yeah.
Whereas the other ones is the romance isn't a point. It's also something else that goes down.
That's probably because most of the time I'm reading like subgenre romance.
Like I watched the new Winx Club, which I'm so mad with them. I swear to God, if the third season don't come out, which I'm hearing rumors that it ain't, but that whole thing is about the fairies coming into their powers and all this other craziness that's going on. It is not about the romance, but there's romance in it.
I got. Yep. Alicia, Goddess of Mischief, yes. And then if the main point of it, yep. The main point is falling in love, then I don't want it. And some people don't want that. I'm listening. You can't talk to me about that because I'm obsessed with K-dramas. So there is no like I'm waiting for them to get together, and that's the whole point. Like I got to see it. Like when is the kiss scenes happening? I must know. Like let me know which episodes that's happening and in the lead up to that. So yeah, I'm a big romance freak, but I always have been, I guess.
You know what I don't like, and this isn't about romance. I'm talking about sex stuff. You know what drives me off the goddamn rails?
I don't know.
Please don't list your book as erotica, and you halfway through the book, and they haven't even kissed.
We're not doing that.
Please don't do that because I'm reading a story, and I'll be the first one to admit the story is good. It's got all my bells in it, witch academies and demons and angels and all that stuff.
Yeah,
it's listed as an erotica. Don't think just because you describe sex in detail that make your story erotica. That is not erotica, people. And I am halfway through this book, and the two people who supposed to get together haven't even met yet.
Nah, that's not even. No, that's wrong.
That's not erotica.
What is that?
No.
People, that's not erotica.
It's not even. But it's if you're halfway through and they haven't met yet, that's barely a romance. I'm just.
They haven't. Thank you. It drives me crazy.
I don't know what that is.
This is
you would have been
fiction
better
with
off
romantic
calling it a.
elements.
You've been
Stop
better
messing
off,
with people.
Thank you. You'd have been better off calling it an academy story, because this girl's going to school. An academy story, or a werewolf, vampire, demons, and angels story. Anything other than what the hell you call it is not erotica.
Where did I get that from? Oh, that's weird.
Because I bet you, because I'm gonna try to finish it, because I was getting mad. Because I bet you there is a sex scene in it that goes into detail.
So what?
And I can't express this enough, people. If you've ever read George R.R. Martin, George R.R. Martin don't write erotica. No. But he writes some explicit sex scenes.
I don't turn his story to erotica.
It doesn't make it erotica.
No,
this
that's not how it works.
might be erotic because hello, goody stuff is happening. But people, please know the difference. Erotica is the point of the story.
Right. That's it. People
so I really want to I'm so mad reading this.
I totally get you. She's like, I need the main point to be either surviving or saving the world, getting revenge. I totally get you, because my favorite genre to read is fantasy. Actually, I'm a fantasy head. Well, I'm a nerd, so but fantasy. So yeah, I totally get that. But I'm like, when I'm in my movie, my romance, I'm in for romance. I have like a lot of Nora Roberts. Like a lot of Nora Roberts.
That's romance.
I read a lot of, yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I've read a lot of romance. I didn't think about, like, this is straight romance. It's not. But people would just mean, like, it's nothing else. The main point is romance. Like, okay, well, I'm here, y'all. Like,
oh, God, I got to get a picture of him.
That's why I'm here. Like,
it's a fool.
But I really like romance, even though I like dark stuff, too. But I do like a good romance. I do. I love stories. I love them. So I'm sitting there all gooey, like, oh, and and me like, let me rewind that scene because I really liked it. Let me reread that scene.
No. Watching that scene, you talking about something different now. I watch anything.
I know, but I'm really into romance. I always have been. Romance books, I was always reading them. I'm big into it. Always been big into it. So I'm no different. In that sense, so.
Girl, I gotta send you a picture of this damn bird.
No, you crazy. I know some people gonna be confused when they read Caliostro, because there is a romance subplot.
Ain't nobody gonna be confused because your book not gonna call it romantic erotica, or is it?
Oh hell no, it's a dark fantasy with a romance subplot. So, but people will, because people don't know. They just don't understand it. They gonna think because there's a point of the kissing and stuff, and then people won't think that that's romantic. So what is he doing?
Girl, he's sitting in the food so that the other one can't get in it.
Oh wow.
He's sitting in it with his ass in the air.
I see that. I see his butt like check this out.
He's still sitting in it.
Your birds is fine.
And the other one is staring at him like, move.
He's like, no, it's mine. You can't have none.
But who does that?
Him. It's your pet.
Obviously, he does.
No.
I'm about to go pluck him.
Get
out of the food.
He's like, nah.
He's like, you took too long giving it to me, so now I'm just gonna hoard it.
Yeah. No. When I finish, then he can go ahead and get his. But
still sitting in it. He can't even eat it because he's sitting in it, Danny.
You don't want him to get none. What you mean? That's the best way to stop people from sharing. Like, they talk about break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar, like, get out my face.
All right, he just got out.
Like, get out my face. Go get your own damn Kit Kat bar, bitch. I'm not. They can make it for sharing all they want to. The whole thing. Get out my face. This is for sharing size. Like,
no, they make it for me. They make it for me to play with it before I eat it because that's all it is.
Sounds a good time. You stop.
I'm not talking to you no more. You punished. I can't. Neither one of y'all, both of y'all punished. Cause look at down your face like.
Well, you set the line. How is it my fault for pointing out that the line fits well with other things?
How is it your fault? That's a dirty line.
It's not dirty.
I'm way too innocent to explain why that's your fault.
Oh, well, dirty.
I am pure.
Oh, okay. Then everyone's read chapter 5 after that at this point.
My ankles are covered.
And then this girl's gonna send me. No, because she's gonna send me a scene from one of her other erotic tales and gonna be like, send me the sex scene. It's like a chapter. I'm like, oh my god, how long is this gonna take? Should I get a drink before I get read into this? And before I know it, it's over because you're so into it. It's like, oh.
Hey man, hold up. What are you talking about?
Your latest one.
Oh, wait. No. You talking about Genesis?
I call it the cousin of chapter 5. That's what I'm calling it. So if anybody.
Oh my God. That was nasty. I agree. I take back everything I said.
That's true. It was. You nasty. Come on. You phony, girl. Felicia said, are y'all each other's critique partners? Yeah, we have. I don't know about critiquing. I'll just be like, give me some, read, send it over to.
I mean, we do read each other's stuff, and we like, if we look for plot holes. That's the main thing. Like, we don't look for like typo errors and shit like that because the editor can handle that. But
sometimes our stuff will be out and I'll be like, let me go read this.
True mistakes and true issues, or just to say, do you like where this is going, kind of thing. So yeah, we do that.
Yeah, we do. So yeah.
And then we write a lot of smut. So it ain't with so many people. We can get
there. We like be getting shy and stuff like. Stop.
My son still won't read. My son won't read anything that I write. And the sad thing is I literally have one published work that's smut, and then I have other stuff that's written that's explicit. But that boy, he won't read it. He won't read it. And then my daughters, they just side eye me and make jokes at me at parties.
And I can't say Aphrodite, please don't make me choke on my water. I'm just telling you.
I can't say.
So sorry about my southern speech, girl. That's not southern. We all say yo. We all be saying yo.
Every last one of us say y'all. But I mean, we are in Maryland.
Yeah, so, apparently they're trying to count us with the southern. I'm like, no. We just call ourselves the East Coast over here. We ain't trying.
Technically, we are a Southern state.
Technically, stop with the technical. I'm too all up in New York business to be counting Southern, so I don't know why they even pulling that. But a lot of melting pot of the country. Everybody know Maryland's a melting pot of the country.
But the Southern states don't want to claim us, and we not.
They shouldn't because they ain't the melting pot. So why would they be up in that anyway? They just stay out of our business. We on the East Coast. Stop.
All speech allowed.
That's straight up. All of it is.
All speech matters.
Oh my god! Stop! I can't.
We are the goddesses. We rule shit.
That's right. We tell everybody to do whatever they want.
My daddy be Zeus. So I'm just saying. I pretty much can have carte blanche on the planet. But me and my daughter, I can't say nothing. Like if I say something like, oh, I would never do, then like fill in the blank. And it could be something innocent. And then my girls will look at me like, you wouldn't do that, but you would. And then they'll pick a line from one of the books.
Exactly. Because nobody will believe you.
And I'm like, well, hold up. I wrote that. I ain't say I did that.
They said, they don't believe you. I can't if they heard some of your stories, though, like stories of your life, like I can see why I wouldn't believe you, land up on.
I had to stop telling them. I had to stop telling them stories of my life because they take it out of context.
Are they taking it out of context?
They are taking it out of context.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't even know about sexual chocolate.
See, once they know about that, they're gonna believe.
No. I would never get no rest. They would call me up every day.
Laying up on that man. I can't blame you, but laying up on that man. And he lets you, but hey, since he lets you, it's like
You know what?
Yeah.
All I got to say on that is I'm lucky I wasn't in jail.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well,
And I'm
yeah.
just saying, I know that I'm lucky I wasn't in jail. Because that boy was gorgeous. I tried to walk past him. I did. I really
Tried
did.
very hard. Didn't sound like it,
I
but in
did.
your head you was trying real hard, but
I
then
really did.
reality you
He was
wasn't.
so pretty. I tried. And what made it bad, Dolly, I think I told you this story. What made it bad is I'm in the club with my other friend, Adam, who is gorgeous, by the way. I'm in the club with Adam. We kind of made out, even though we're friends. We're not like boyfriend, girlfriend, nothing like that. We were just having fun.
Friends
Club.
that make out sometimes.
And so yeah, and so we were holding hands, skipping it. Everybody talking about they don't know this boy's name. It's like sexual chocolate outside, y'all. Sexual chocolate outside. And I'm like instantly not interested. Like I'm standing here with Adam. I have nothing to worry about. Adam fine as wine. And I turned and I saw that boy.
She turned the corner.
And I was like, this gotta be who they talking about because this boy like sparkling. He's so gorgeous. I dropped Adam's hand so quick.
You right.
And I just couldn't help myself. The boy was gorgeous. And
I can lay up on his chest.
I can see us in court. They be like, you know what, Miss Lee, you know, you can't say because of what he had on that they gave you the right. I mean, like, stand up. Look at him.
I shouldn't even be here.
I rest my case.
I rest my case. You go in jail.
I apologize.
No.
You fine. I can't.
I before I touched them, I literally did say, "Look, please forgive me for what I'm about to do, but I'm sorry."
Wow. So you knew it was wrong.
She already did. She did. She did at least know it was wrong.
And he was fine.
I was going to go.
He had jet black hair down, like past his shoulders.
How dare he?
Jesus. And then he had his shirt open. It was winter.
He was inviting you to obviously lay up on his chest.
Come and lay up on his chest.
That's clearly what he was doing.
And so, and I just laid in there. And then he just put his arms around me. He was like, "That's all right, you fine." I was like,
You know, he was in danger, man.
My other friend had to come get me.
Like, God, just come on, just
peel you off.
He really did. He was like, "You're being ridiculous."
Well, Adam couldn't even say anything. He's like, "Yeah, well."
Adam literally said, "I understand." He's like, "Okay, I see."
I can see why you dropped my fucking hand.
Billy was like, "Let's go. Let's go."
You're being ridiculous.
Like,
well, I may be ridiculous, but it will go down in infamy because
it was so fun. So no, I can't tell the kids that story because they will never let me live it down.
That's true. It is quite an epic story, though. I'm just saying.
And I didn't tell y'all the details. Y'all got the surface version of that story.
See now.
So I'm just thinking that boy, y'all, girl. Ooh, every time I see him in my mind.
She's like, that's some dangerous chocolates. What it should have been.
And I made him. He's like the person I see when I wrote the character Deacon.
Yeah.
And I made Deacon an absolute freak.
Nice. Yeah, I bet you did.
Oh, and Dark Amethyst. Siobhan's brother Deacon.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, Jimmy.
You too funny. I can't with you. All right, we're going to do our next sprint. It is another 25 minutes, so we'll be back after that.
Is it 25, you said?
It is 25.
Let me actually do some damn work.
All right, I will press play, and then we can begin now. And we're back. 5G. Okay. Aphrodite said she'll be back 2 minutes after. She's trying to ease something. Oh, how'd you do with your work that you're working on?
I got from 6,000 emails to 4,000.
Oh, good job. Well, that's a lot of emails gone.
Well, not in the last 20 minutes, but over the,
Still,
I got
that's still a lot.
Character things in, but it's Sandy Brown. I was like, This girl got 40. I said, did she dye her hair in the middle of the book? Oh, no, that's me.
Hilarious.
Like, oops. But yeah, I got that done, which is good because
that's good.
Now I have everybody straight, but I still got to find a name for the characters, or I might just not name him in the book at all, and then just save it for the next book.
That's true.
I can't with this. It's been like 6 months trying to figure out this guy's name is a little ridiculous. Says you're taking this a little too far.
Like this is becoming too much.
It never sounded right. Yeah,
I get that.
Okay, you just pick Joe. Okay, his name is Joe. One time I did that. I had named the villain Joe, and then just turned it in like that, and he ended up being Joe in the book. It was a joke. It was a placeholder. It was a placeholder name, and
hey,
it just
easy names to remember. So.
Well, he sold coffee, so it was like, yep.
Yeah. If it works, it works.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta let it go.
Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just gotta let it go. You're right. Because I'll be like, the names kind of just happen, and then I'm like, just make sure you didn't use that name multiple times across the shit. Like,
yeah, placeholder names, man. They the best.
Sometimes they become real names.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. The names that sometimes come to me, and then I'm like, well, that's your name, bitch. Like,
exactly. Just be done with it.
I was looking up my my old character bio sheet. Because I don't want to be all convoluted with these. I have a section where I can just write notes if something else comes up.
Yeah.
And looking it up, then I found an old bio story that I forgot I was supposed to be writing.
Oops.
So I'm like, oh my God, I'm so glad I saw this. So I took a quick screenshot of it and put it on my desktop so I won't forget it. So now I'm going to see it every day until I start writing it again. I love this story.
Cool.
I can't remember mine. Remember the picture I sent you all that the person drew that's obviously me?
Yes.
With the very, very, very beautiful other person in the picture, and he's standing behind the person that's obviously me.
Yes.
In the stables. Y'all remember that? Remember that picture?
Yeah. The stables.
Okay. So that story.
Oh, that's a long time coming. Yeah.
So I'm like, oh no, we're gonna have to work on this. This didn't come to me by chance.
Yeah, definitely. You need to get that one done.
I love that story, and it's a choose your own adventure style story.
Nice.
Oh,
so yeah, there's lots of craziness going on. And one of my favorite things in the whole world is, you know how you watch the news and you see like Karen type stuff, and you wonder how the Karens don't get beat up. Like you just like, if I was there, I would have deserved to be arrested because of what I would have did.
Yeah.
And so I'm always glad I'm not there, but I don't understand the beautifulness and the wonderfulness of these people who are way better than me, because they have to be. How they don't slap a bitch.
They don't like jail.
It's got to be. It's something because I'm like,
well,
no,
depending on what state you're in, some states allow
no
like
part of me would have
something.
been able to handle it. Like I went just to give you a point of reference. My whole family crazy. Okay, I'll be the first to admit it. And we are very nice people, though, as you probably also know. But it's like, don't mess with us, kind of nice. And so,
that's kind of nice.
one of our kids was being absolutely ridiculous. Like we were gonna kill her too. But she decided that she wanted to go over to these other people's house and act like she wasn't in that house. So we knew she was in the house. And so her mother went over, one of the other aunts went over, and I said, you know what it is? I love y'all, but y'all a little bit too light skinned. So I'll be right back. And so I went over to the house and I said, send her out here. Like, this is not a question. We're not asking you if she's in here. We're saying send her out. And so they were like, oh, well, she's not in here. Girl, they had to take me off the porch.
Ain't nobody listen to that foolishness. They
had to take me off the porch. And the woman's like my family, I'm talking about my family because they knew not to touch me to other people. And I'm sorry, because it's just I see myself and I was like, ridiculous. What is wrong with you? I was like, I didn't ask no questions. Like, I are you deaf? So so I don't understand. Like, I could not be in a situation where somebody is in my face, and I mean anybody. I don't care who you are in my face, being smart with me in the Walmart, and then you and me not catching a charge. So anyway, I said all that to say, in this story, this character, she's that kind of person. Like, you can't just say anything to her. And some girl walks up to her and basically was like, "You're a cow. You're insignificant. You don't count." And she decked her ass.
Well, you asked for that though.
Like, pow, like, and you knocked out. Like,
sometimes you open your mouth, and
I guess I'm a criminal too.
Somebody's fist get put in it. So.
And she did that with the sole knowledge that if she put her hands on this particular woman, she was already in trouble. She's in a goddamn, what do you call them? A camp, like where you have to go to rest because you had a nervous breakdown on your job.
Oh shit.
So she had to prove that she got her shit together in order to even get the job back.
Well, I don't. So
this girl set her off and she banged her.
Well,
so it makes me smile because I'm like, that's what I would have did. I would not have taken that.
That's how it goes.
And no, I want to be real clear to everybody listening to me. That woman could say whatever she wants, and it's wrong for me to put my hands on. But I'm just telling you what I would have did.
Somebody lay hands first, then all costs.
No. You put your hands on me. I'm naked. I'm stripping out of everything.
I'm finished. I'm finishing. You started it. So
we are thumping. We are thumping. That's all there is to it. I told this one guy, he was like 7 feet tall, and he hit one of my friends. And I mean, they were dudes. So I should have shut up. I'm telling you, I'm wrong. Like, I want to clarify, I'm wrong. He hit my friend. So I was like, I mean, he's like 7 feet tall. My friend is like 5'9", 5'10". So I was like, you clearly know you can beat this fight. Like, don't hit him again. And he hit him again. So I might have kind of leaped in the air and hit him. I might have sort of.
She might have leaped in the air and hit him.
And what was really bad, because I'm tall. I'm 5'9". So imagine. So
7 feet tall.
The bad thing about it was because I shouldn't have done it, but my co-workers were there that night to watch us perform. So this is at the end of a night when we all singing and we did our little show and everything. This is at the end of the night when the brawl started.
Oh my goodness.
So I just couldn't. I don't know what's wrong with me. So anyway, my other friends, Billy, again, it's his fault. It's his energy. He come get me, snatch me. He pulled me in the car. So I'm in the car. They driving me home and they just shaking their head at me like, what is wrong with you? He could have killed you. I said, he would have had to, because if I would have survived it, then he got to deal with my family. So,
Yeah.
so I go to work the next day and I'm telling you, I got my head low because I'm like, and it's a Tuesday because this was a Monday night that we had the brawl. So I get to work Tuesday, and this is what I hear as I'm walking down the corridors. I'm hearing this. They are humming the theme of Rocky at me as I walk past.
That's funny.
I'm like, y'all not funny. Y'all not funny. That was ridiculous. I'm ashamed.
But we are though.
I was so ashamed. I'm so ashamed. Like, I'm laughing now. I was highly ashamed.
Back then, it wasn't funny.
It wasn't, because I'm like, I don't even know what possessed me. I was nice. I was like, don't hit him again. Like, you won this fight. And then he just hit him like he didn't hear me say it.
He wasn't threatened by you until you jumped up in the air and punched his face, of course.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
You'll never know.
I got too much Aries in me or something. I don't know. I got doubled out. Actually, I do have a triple dose of Aries because I'm an Aries. I'm a triple Aries.
See, too much fire. All right, so we're going to do one more sprint. I did have one more question, and this one's a little longer. In your romance, do you prefer the couple to have strong issues occur or for it to be more lighthearted, and why?
I'm going to just answer in the chat.
Okay. You can think about it for a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and start the next sprint. Let me get the timer ready because I need to rewind the time on that. Okay.
All right, I gotta go, guys, because I gotta eat this food that I cooked. I'm still here. I mean, I gotta go eat.
No, you good. I'm putting the timer up, so eat the one timer. You good?
Yep.
All right. See you in a little bit. I'm gonna eat myself.
Yeah.
And we are back. Dahlia had to hop off because, being a goddess, she had to oversee some humans who was acting up. So they be keeping you busy. What can I say? But she will be here next time. So she will see you then. If you were still riding with us, let us know what you finished in there doing that last sprint. And if you are so inclined, you can answer the question that's scrolling slowly across the bottom of the page. Aphrodite did answer it in the chat. She said, when it comes down to plot, I don't really have a fave type. I like when folk are creative, so even if it's been done before, as they say, you still enjoy it. You know what I mean. Yeah, we know what you mean. And I would say, basing off that question, I would say I do like there to be some kind of issues. I mean, that just gives it more personality, obviously. But then lighthearted is also fine. So it's not like I'm against either one, but yeah, I watch a lot of drama, so they sometimes be going a little too far though. We ain't gonna lie. So it's not too surprising though. It's called the drama for that reason. But we are at the closing and chat portion of the live stream, so we are done with the sprints, and we're gonna do our last little bit before we close out.
Sorry about that. I literally was trying to get back in here.
She's like, what the fuck?
And it would not, like,
It's
my
like,
computer
no.
wasn't frozen. It just wouldn't open up the damn tab.
It's like, no, I don't want to.
Like, what the fuck? Give me a break.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for being here, Felicia. We appreciate you. Oh my goodness. So I did manage to write a little bit during that sprint. I had to eat dinner because then it was late because my little brother was hogging the kitchen for too long. So I ate dinner a little late, but that's okay because I'll still be up hours and hours. As long as I'm up 2 to 3 hours after I've eaten, then it should digest quite well. But yeah, so I did write a little bit. I think doing the whole stream, I wrote my lowest. I usually write a lot more, which I didn't think I was going to write anything tonight because I got stuff going on. My mind is not in it. So.
And see, that's why I decided to do the character bios.
Yeah, I get that.
I got a lot in my brain right now. And it's like, I could sit there and not necessarily force myself, but I could sit there and make myself go ahead and write. But my flavor won't be in that because I got too much on my mind.
Yeah, I get
good
that.
and bad. Like it's just too much on my
I
mind.
get that. Yeah,
So I said, you know what I can do that don't call for me to really worry about prose? Bios.
True.
I got Nigeri's mostly done. And get ready to do rating. But what was taking me so long is, well, I had to stop twice because I had to cook one time, then I had to eat the other one. But in between all that, I was rebuilding a new character sheet to use for this series because I didn't want it like you know how my other ones are. I have several different ones. Well, I didn't want that. I wanted one closer. I'll send you a screenshot of how I wanted it. But I just wanted one a little bit closer to what I needed for this to get it done. And that way, as I go, if I get to another part, and let's say, like Nigeri, she has all this hair. And let's say at the point it get chopped off, I'll just go in and write a note that in like chapter 5, her hair got chopped off or whatever.
Right, exactly.
Then I don't have to worry about remembering anything because I can go back and fix anything I make mistakes on moving forward.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And now, normally, I do all of that before I even start writing.
Yeah, me too.
That's one thing. Like this, the way I'm doing this is out of order into my normal stuff.
Yeah.
So, which I'm still having fun. Don't get me wrong. It just means that I gotta make sure I gotta go back and catch all the shit where I fucked up. God damn it! I did say he had gray eyes. Now all of a sudden they're green.
It can happen.
It'll be happen. Oh wow, that's right. I did say he was 6'2", not 6'9". But it's
those references.
little things like that. Like there are things I'm not going to make a mistake. Like I'm not going to make a mistake, and she's all of a sudden a different complexion.
Right.
Or the room is all of a sudden green that it used to be blue. Those mistakes I'm not going to make because I don't do a lot of that kind of description anyway. And if I took the time out of my life to tell you that the room that she was in was a particular color, then that color means something.
Of course, yeah.
I'm not just gonna say, oh, her walls were pink and purple with lime strips, unless that means something.
Yeah, you're not trying to be like a fantasy writer. They do that no matter what.
I'll save all my description for what Rayton be doing to Najeri.
There you go. That sounds about right.
Rayton not gonna be doing nothing. Rayton just gonna be getting his feelings hurt because this girl time enough.
Uh-oh.
I'm having so much fun with them. She's not even smart enough. She's not smart. She's smart. She's too naive to know how scared she actually should be.
Yeah, well, sometimes ignorance is bliss.
She makes me think of there's this thing called Free to Be You and Me. Mm-hmm. And I watch it every year that it came on TV. And I'm gonna send you the clip to even the part I'm talking about. And there was this girl, and I can't think of her name. Fuck, it's a cartoon part of it. Yeah. And she just thought she was the shit. She thought that her shit actually didn't stink. And she would always talk about how she was a lady. And ladies first. And she would jump in front of people in line in school. And if she wanted a whole mango instead of a half of one because they had to share them so everybody can get some. And she's like, no, I'm not having that. So they took all the kids out on a damn like a camping trip. Mm-hmm. Which I don't know why they took kids this little out on a trip without their parents, but okay. So they took all these kids out on a camping trip, and then they all got caught in a net. So the bears had caught them and was like, yeah, we're gonna eat them. So they got all these kids in this net, and they reaching in and pulling out limbs like, oh no, this one's too scrawny. No, this one's too that. Man. We can't decide what should be first. And this little girl was upset. And so she's like, ladies first.
Girls.
And so they was like looking at each other like, all right. And they took her ass out the net and put it in the stew pot. Like, yeah, you first. And according to the end of the story, and very tasty. And very tasty too.
My kind of story right there.
Girl, I was like, because it's a kids program, so you think she gonna get saved?
No, they teaching them like that's what happened to you. When your ass acting armor, you get eaten by a motherfucker.
She literally told the bears, "I'm a sweet, tender young thing."
They just, good. We don't have to cook you as long.
They just got the salt and pepper out. Like, all right. Ladies first. I can still hear her little obnoxious voice saying ladies first. That reminds me of Najeri because she's a princess and she doesn't understand the ways of the world. And so she doesn't know what to say in her mouth. Like she makes sense on the one part where Raiden was like, well, you don't understand how it is for us out here. You up in the palace with all your shit. And she said, well, I'm a princess. I'm supposed to have more shit than you.
That's how this works. Hello.
But she looked at him because he about to get mad. She's like, but that doesn't mean that you weren't supposed to have your basic needs met. That's not the same thing. So like, she's not stupid. It's just like, Najeri, shut up before they cook you. Oh my God. And it's just like she'll say anything out her mouth, like, how dare you touch me? And then looking at her like, do you not realize you're the prisoner in this scenario?
Nope.
And she doesn't get it. Even like it's stuff that's not in the scenes yet that I wrote, but it's coming up. Like she's in this village with commoners. And she just as happy she could be because she's posing as a commoner. But she's posing as what she believes a commoner is.
Yeah, because how would she know?
That she had been spying on them and visiting them and
do it all you want to. Don't mean you know.
Them. Look at them dancing in the streets. That's so cool. They don't let us dance in the corridors of the palace, you know. Like, and so that's
roll my eyes at her.
And so so I'm having so much fun with her because she really doesn't grasp the level of danger she is at. And she even told him at one point when he explained to her what he was going to do to her, and she said, she just point blank say, "Well, that's what your type of people do." Wow. She said, "You're a heathen. I would expect nothing less."
That sounds about accurate.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, you weaponize your body. What was like she's like,
I already know.
She's like, yeah, I'm like, I don't understand why you felt the need to say it out loud kind of attitude. And it frustrates the hell out of Rayton because he's like, wait, what?
You're supposed to be scared. What the fuck?
Get out of my tent. Like, go away from me before I snap your neck. So I'm having so much fun with them. And I wanted her to be smart, extremely smart, but extremely naive. And she is fitting the bill.
Yeah, I get that.
That's my Little Mermaid tale. She is fitting the bill.
Nice.
You don't know nothing about that man world. Come on, that's what you want to be a part of.
She don't know.
You looking from the bottom of the ocean up.
Like, it only seems awesome when you think that all that stuff that was, being polluted in your water was treasures, and isn't it neat? Like, there's so much in collection.
Right. And then, like, in my rewrite, I don't know if I sent you the rewrite. I think I did. And in the tunnel where she escapes from, she got all these trinkets that she have got from the village. But she didn't take them back to her room. She didn't want to be found, so she was leaving them at the door.
Treasure.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
She's got the and when her father sees that shit, he's like,
Did he beat it up? Did he beat it up like King Triton?
This haven't been sneaking out.
I was like, he's such a bad father when I was a little.
Oh, her father
beating up her to destroyed it, shot it all up and stuff.
Oh no, you don't see nothing that happened to the trinkets because she left them behind.
Well, I know that.
And so when she went into the commoner village,
having that,
she feel like she don't have to worry about those trinkets because she's gonna be living there now.
Oh, of course. I mean, Ariel didn't think about her damn trinkets no more once. Well, he did blow them up though. So
yeah, her father probably melted that shit down. Nigeri father, like, you don't know what he did, because once the realization when the dude put the torch up, did you read the whole thing about the special? No, I don't think I sent it. So there's a part where Nigeri was her father was saying that she had to go get married, and she said, how come I got to get married? Why isn't my sister getting married? Because she's older.
And is it that part? Because I did read the part where she said that she got mad.
She said because she's special, she got to choose. And so at the end, I was like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, you'll find out. At the end, I don't want to say. I'll tell you later. I don't want to say right now what's up with her. So she, so at the end of the cave, she had took some charcoal. I mean, at the end of the tunnel, and on the door, she wrote "special" with the charcoal, and then she put a cross through it, an X through it. And so when the torchlight got to that part, and one of the one of the guards saw it, and he was scared because he was like, "Oh shit!" Because now he got to tell the king. That little girl left. Like, she ain't nobody take her. She left. And so he turns to him and he was like, sire. And he got like the pouch of like some old rotten food and shit. Like, she been doing this for a minute.
Yeah.
And so that's when he realized that the G.O.W don't have her. She just left, which actually means she's probably dead because the village just got raided.
Yeah, that's what he's thinking. Crazy.
So
that's what that
little girl bad. And I like that, like the shopkeep Kwafi, he tells her, he goes, well, youngling, he calls her youngling, and she just giggles. She says, I know I look like a youngling, but I'm of age. And I purposely did that because I want the G.O.W to think she's a youngling too.
Right.
When she opened up that mouth, no, this bitch grown.
Yeah, she grown. She need to get in trouble too. She grown.
So I'm having fun with them.
That's good.
And it just makes me mad because Rayton wants to snap her in half.
She's so annoying.
He only was able to get her to shut up once, and I can't even tell you how he did that.
Well, I can only imagine Aphrodite wrote it. So, all right, everybody, we're going to do our closeouts. We didn't do the openings because I think we can do closeouts. So, Aphrodite, do your closeout. Let anybody know what you have going on or will be having going on. If you have anything to share, it's all you.
Right now, the only thing I have going on, I'm currently writing the my new series and stuff. I have a Kickstarter that I'm hoping by this time next month it will not launch, but it will be up so that I can have the preview for it so I can show people to get input on it. For the graphic novel, I'm hoping. I'm not promising that, but I do hope that everybody comes out and help support the graphic novel because it's been a project that I've been working on and literally for years. So I'm really excited about that, but at the same time I'm nervous. Other than that, the erotic anthology is in the editor's hands now, so that's going to be happening sooner than later. We need a good, what do you call it, cover artist. So if anybody knows a good cover artist, please hit me up. Not AI cover, because those are getting flagged.
They would.
And so I really need a good cover artist. Yeah, Amazon ain't playing with that, and neither is Kickstarter.
That's
so which I want a human anyway. Like that's my thing. I am not anti AI, but I have no intentions of using that for my covers for this, for like the anthology and stuff like that. So if y'all know some good artists, send them my way. And what else? That's pretty much it. I mean, I got a lot of other stuff going on, but that's mainly like come to my Patreon if you really want to have some fun.
True that. Check your stuff out. I have everyone linked below so you can follow their YouTube channels and then you can get to all their other links there as well. You know who I am. I am the Mistress of Horror, author the Artillery. When I'm here at the G.O.W, I'm the Goddess of the Dark, as you can clearly tell. I do dibble and dabble in a little bit of everything, but currently I only have 2 short horror stories out of The Room Within and Fractals. You've heard that before, I'm sure. Caliostro, Tale of the Libertine, Book 1, is planned to launch this year. I didn't say the date yet, but I will be talking about that in the coming month or so. I plan to actually have a Kickstarter to help back Caliostro's launch, so keep a lookout for that. It probably wouldn't be launching for another month or so, enough to give time to get some backing on Kickstarter. So we'll just keep an eye on my channel. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the like button for this live stream so people can find it. And yeah, that's what I have going on. I am currently in writing mode for some of my other projects, which I write romance as well. So this one, we were doing a little romance talk. I outlined 12 different romances that I had on the back burner. So you'll probably see quite a bit of romance from me next year. And Caliostro is a dark fantasy with a romantic subplot. So yeah, I tend to
and a Duncan.
And Duncan, you love Duncan. Duncan is one of the side characters, but an important side character nonetheless.
He actually, my side piece.
I know you try and get a piece of Duncan. Duncan has a woman though, so
whatever. I keep hearing about this woman. I ain't seen her, so she don't count.
Yeah, well, when his side story comes out, he's in a side story which is hers. But she is the guardian of the bed.
I will Ariana all up in there. I ain't worrying about her.
You funny. That's too funny. I can't. He might be single one day. You never know.
Once I wave my ponytail, yeah, he be
shaking in this way. But yeah, so that's what I'm going on. we'll see you the next G.O.W., which, if you don't know our schedule, we are here every second Sunday and last Sunday of the month. So that's how you keep up with us for the live streams. We all upload videos. So check out our YouTube channels. I upload video every Sunday, so there's always something new going on over here.
Yeah, eventually my editing software will work again, and I can put my videos up.
Exactly. She has a lot on the background.
It pisses me off that
I know. Those times we get stumped and we can't do anything.
There's some of those things at this point I might not even put up.
I know you're like, there's no point at this point, trying to make new ones. I get that. So we will see you all next time. Thanks for joining us, and happy writing for whatever you're working on. Bye. See ya.